Hey there, friends and fans. This is Grandmaster Arcturus here, and this is episode 21 of Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Final Mix HD for the KH Wiki. And this week I have again with me Newmans.
Hello, friends and possibly well-wishers. Here we are again in the wonderful world of water.
Yeah, you say wonderful, but I think that's heavily sarcastic.
The waterful world of wonder. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
And let's pretend that I'm being sincere, because, God, this world just sucks.
It does, and the quicker we get done with it, the better.
Are we gonna get done with it?
Let me check this. Let me check the timeline. Yes.
Yay! Okay. Alright. We're gonna get this done.
Which is actually surprising, because that means it only took me less than an hour to completely dominate this world.
Nice. Including all the chests and stuff.
Yep.
And shells.
Yep, everything.
That's pretty impressive.
Fire! Fire! Fire!
I like the fact that literally no one lives here.
Yeah, that's...
None of these buildings even look big enough for a mer person.
See ya!
Yeah. That again is that's a hazard of being on the PS2. Because they really couldn't... I mean, the only world in this game that has any NPCs whatsoever is Destiny Islands and Traverse Town. And that's about it.
Well, no. Hollow Bastion has 2 or 3. Well, after you.
Well, the
come
one,
back.
the princesses. When you
and
say,
and Agrabah has a few.
oh, I was about to say with Agrabah,
Fire!
the problem with counting that one is that
Fire!
the NPCs that only show up
See ya!
when you've completed the world, and immediately after coming back after you've left and completed immediately if you leave and then immediately come back, all the NPCs are gone again because
Even the peddler?
Yep, because the Heartless have reappeared.
Fire!
Oh well.
So it's kind of I mean, that's why I have a hard time counting that one, because they're there for like maybe until you they're there after you lock the keyhole, and they're only there until you leave.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, I can understand that they need more battle areas, but it kind of would feel nicer if there were areas with just people.
Yeah, it just kind of, it makes every world other than Traverse Town feel like extremely empty. I mean, it's not as empty as Neverland does in this game, like we were discussing in last week's episode. But they still just feel, it just feels devoid of any life.
Yeah, it feels incomplete.
But then again, that's probably just a hazard of being on the PS2.
That might be true. Maybe we'll get lucky on the PS3 or 4.
Oh yeah, I imagine there will be plenty of NPCs on KH3.
That would be great. Incidentally, I like how Ursula has perfected hologram technology.
Yes, here in Atlantica.
Bad guys get all the best stuff.
Okay, now I do want to mention something about this dolphin. I've actually read and found out that the dolphin, that you actually have to ride the dolphin once here right outside of Ariel's little hideout in order for the said dolphin to appear in the rest of the areas. And you have to do that so you can get to the sunken ship, because the dolphin's the only one that can get you to the sunken ship at this moment.
Right. Hello, guys.
Yeah, we're just gonna ignore them.
They're gonna be stuck there forever.
Fire!
Yep. Now, while I could just be skipping all these battles, the screwdivers, the screwdivers, the aqua tanks, the sheltering zones, and the sea neons all have crafting materials that are unique to Atlantica, and I'd like to get as many on this first trip as I can, so I can avoid having to come back here as much as possible.
That's fair. It's mostly frost stuff, right?
Frost gems and thunder gems. The screwdivers drop the thunder gems, and the screwdivers aqua tanks drop the thunder gems, and the sea neons and sheltering gems drop the frost gems.
The sea neons and the sheltering zones have tiny back tentacles. They're kind of creepy.
Let's ride our friend the dolphin and see if he takes us to where we need to go. He should.
We should. This is probably dolphin abuse, though.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do?
Stay away from SeaWorld.
Yeah. Alright, let's go visit our sunken ship.
It's pretty. Let's keep it.
Yeah, I want to shrink it down and take it with me. Put it in a bottle. Like them old rich guys do.
I like how these guys apparently put all their treasure chests in their lifeboats before the ship went down.
Logical, I guess? But not really.
Well, if you ever go on a cruise, you know where to keep your valuables.
Yeah, just throw them in the lifeboat.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna go wrong at some point. You may as well just prepare for that eventuality.
Now, I'm not very all that familiar with the Little Mermaid movie, but was there a name for that shark?
Yes, there is a name for the shark in the movie, although they never actually use it. It's a official Disney Materials name, but it never comes up in Kingdom Hearts. His name is Glut, or maybe it's Glut, I would say.
Oh, okay, because I didn't actually know if there was a specific name that Disney had given him or not.
Yeah, they did give him a name. Kingdom Hearts then promptly ignored it.
I mean, you would think that the journal would actually bring it up. I mean, it's just because he's kind of a unique enemy. Yeah,
and kind of a plot point, since he just burst in with a scripted event.
Yeah, and now we have to fight him.
Yeah, I mean, we got a journal entry for Sabor.
See ya!
Thanks.
Oh yeah, shoot all the fire in his face.
Thanks, Scooby, for the MP gift. You pretty much came in the clutch.
He rolls on his back as if he's dead, and then he just leaves.
And drops some nice items.
Well, that's nice of him, I guess.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if this is if this isn't really well known what I'm doing here, but you should always look for this little inlet here at the sunken ship when you're playing this game, because that way you can create a shortcut to the sunken ship, so you don't always have to depend on the dolphin.
Also a treasure chest.
Yep.
One of the more unique treasure chests.
Fire!
Just because of its size, really.
Yeah. It's so big it gets its own animation.
Fire! Fire!
More jellyfish.
Yeah, just gotta roast them.
At least they drop some orbs for you.
Yeah. Now let's go use that crystal trident that we just got. Of course, in KH2, if we were playing KH2, there'd be a reaction command to use that would say "Use Crystal Trident."
Ariel,
Yeah, basically.
You disobeyed me again. I told you not to leave the palace.
That's nice.
I like how they pretty much repeat this exact scene in KH2 for Atlantica.
Yeah, there's a lot of lessons that aren't learned. It's silly.
Young man, you're not from another ocean. You're from another
Also, it's a little
world.
weird that
Huh?
the keyhole
You
for
must be the
Atlantica is
key
hidden
bearer.
in that little,
How did you know?
You may
what would
fool
you call
Ariel,
that?
but you can't fool
That
me.
wall
You
hanging?
Don't know your
Yeah.
fin from your tail.
I mean,
but it goes with
As the
the
key
crystal
bearer, you
trident
must
which you
already
found in the
know one
shipwreck.
must
So
not meddle
it's
in
a
the
little
affairs
it's a little
of
weird.
other worlds.
Yeah.
Of course I know that, but
You
Here we get
have
some exposition.
violated this
Yeah,
principle.
and
The key bearer shatters
I'm
peace
guessing that
and
at
brings ruin.
some
Oh, Sora's not like that.
point,
I thank you for saving my daughter, but
a key,
there is no room in my ocean for you or your
someone with a
king.
keyblade must have come to Atlantica and messed stuff up. If for King Triton to have a negative opinion of anyone with a keyblade like that.
Or someone that had a lot of stories.
Oh yeah, he may have been told something about the Keyblade War.
Mm-hmm. And we know from Birth by Sleep that there were, individuals that went around telling stories.
Wait, maybe she can be of
Or at
some
least
help.
one.
Yes, maybe she can be of some help to you.
who are you
And I know this may be a little old news, but I figure I'd go ahead and mention it.
She'd make all your
Because I don't know how many
dreams
people
come
have
true.
actually been paying attention to the latest news. But we are getting the story that in the West that encompasses the Keyblade War.
You're Ursula. Well, I
That's
was
right,
just
we
born
finally
in-
have
It's all
Kingdom
right.
Hearts key
Helping others is what
coming
I'm here
overseas.
for.
Once,
Let me guess.
yeah, they're
You
making
wish to see other
Kingdom Hearts
worlds.
Unchained Key for
Naturally
smartphones,
fine.
and they're going to be
After
bringing
all,
those
your new friends came
to
from
North America,
another world.
and
What?
I guess the
But they
rest
had
of the
special
West.
help. That
Yep, and,
mysterious key.
Luckily, I found a way to actually capture footage from my cell phone, so
cheer up, sweetie.
looks like I'll be
Special
adding
too.
that game to the mega thread that I've been doing
Now
as
listen
part of my
carefully.
personal series of Kingdom Hearts games.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I'm gonna have a hard time playing that one because I've never played. I haven't watched too many videos on it just because I wanted to keep myself away from the story just in case something did happen and it got brought over here. So it's gonna be interesting to see what that game is like.
Fire!
From what I understand, the gameplay is going to be a little different. At least I'm kind of hoping, because the normal gameplay for Kingdom Hearts Key is
Fire!
kind of almost entirely luck.
See ya!
Like, there's no real strategy in battle.
See ya!
No strategy? What do you mean?
Well, here's it's a kind of a card-based thing. You collect cards, and each one represents an attack, and you can level up cards by combining them, but you don't choose your cards during battle. You select a full deck, and then during battle, you get 3 random ones
The palace.
from the deck.
Now, my
So almost a modified
you
version of
take me
Chain of
there
Memories?
without your daddy knowing.
Yeah, except much, much, much simpler.
I can help you get to
Literally, the
some
only
worlds
strategy you have is
before.
choosing your cards to go in your deck and leveling them up.
Well, are you required to have a certain amount of cards in your deck, or can you actually make it so that have a small enough deck that you can pretty much be
You have
guaranteed?
a fairly... I mean, you generally have a pretty small deck, I think. I don't think you can make it very big at all.
Well, I mean, I know. Okay, there is that, but what I'm saying is,
Yeah, you're saying, could you make sure that you get the same attacks?
yeah.
Yeah, kind of. Basically.
And I know the gameplay's
I'm not
gonna,
sure.
I
I'm
know-
not sure exactly what the rules are on the size of the deck.
I know they're also going to be changing that because they're going from card to medals for some reason, because of their test audience. So I'm not sure
Yeah.
how that's gonna change.
Yeah, that's something we'll just have to see. But it's definitely going to be different.
Either way, it'll be good to finally get the story translated and over here in the West.
Yes.
Fire!
Because then we don't have to go from try and translate the story in order to get the full story. We'll actually be able to get it firsthand.
Yeah. Something to look
The
forward to.
trident is mine at last, and I couldn't have done it without your help, my dear.
Ursula, no! I didn't want
I'm especially
this.
looking forward to it because
Why not? Aren't you
I have seen screens of a person in an Organization 13 cloak in the game, so it's gonna be.
Oh, yes.
So obviously,
We had a
Xehanort has some presence in the game.
little journey to the dark
Yeah, or
world
possibly
of
the origin of
Heartless.
Xehanort.
We
Yeah,
cannot
well,
find
by
him.
Xehanort I mean either he himself or
He's not here.
some facet of his, or a person
Why,
that he
we
is.
have company.
That he's linked
I'm
to.
afraid you
Linked to,
will
yeah.
wait, handsome.
Yeah. I think we can pretty much guarantee that there's going to be some important Xehanort backstory coming in.
Daddy!
The trident. We must
Which actually makes
get
me
it
wonder,
back.
Come on, let's go!
do you remember that video?
I remember a lot of videos.
Wait.
There was a video,
I'm
there
going
was
with
a,
you.
the
My father
trailer
is hurt
of
and it's all my fault.
KH3,
I
I
have to
think it
stop
was
Ursula.
the very first E3 that KH3 was shown at.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
I'm right behind you.
At the end, there was that little bit where it said, where it had two characters talking and speaking in Japanese, and they were talking about the story that their master used to tell of the six Keybladers.
Well, I'm going to correct you on this one. That was actually at the end of the trailer for 2.5 Remix.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I do know the scene you're talking about.
And that was. Is there any possibility that that story of the six Keyblade Masters is related to Key?
Yes, because okay, so I don't know how much you know about the story of Key, but the premise is that you're a member of one of 5 unions of Keyblade wielders, and each one of them is headed by an individual known as a foreteller.
Fire!
So that means that there are 5 foretellers.
Okay.
And they are the apprentice of a Keyblade master.
Wait, the
but there was-
foretellers are?
The foretellers were apprentices of a Keyblade master,
Okay.
but there was a 6th apprentice. And I believe that is the one in that story.
Okay. The one that vanished is the one that those two were talking about. And the two that are talking in that short scene, are they supposed to be Xehanort and Ericus?
Yeah, that's the implication.
See ya!
Okay. Well then, now my question is Unchained Key gonna give us some kind of information on Xehanort and Ericus's master?
And that might not be so likely. The events of Key are supposed to be surrounding possibly the events leading up to the Keyblade War. I'm pretty sure their master probably came a whiles after. So probably not him exactly.
See ya!
I'm personally of the opinion that we may never find out who their master was.
Which is fine. I mean, it's not like we need to know every facet of every detail of the lore. As long as we know, as long as the main characters are fleshed out enough, and the main characters, well, at this point, include Ericus and Xehanort.
Yeah.
Which
this isn't Homestuck.
Yeah, which unfortunately is kind of sad because both Leonard Nimoy and the Japanese voice actor for Xehanort have both passed away at this point, and that means there was a video I watched that was discussing on what they're going to have to do about that, and they were discussing with the possibility of them having to rewrite the script of KH3 because of that.
See ya.
Really?
I mean, there's no guarantee, but it seems likely given that it doesn't seem like they would have had a chance to get all the voice acting done at this point, or before Leonard Nimoy and the Japanese voice actor had passed away.
That's true. I wonder how much they actually were able to get done at all.
So there's a going theory that Master Xehanort will possibly that young Xehanort will take over Master Xehanort's place, either by Master Xehanort transforming into him, or something to that effect, which will either way, it's still pretty decent.
Okay. That might work. This is probably the battle that I've seen messed up the most. Or at least the gimmick with the cauldron is utilized, like, horribly. Like, you're supposed to charge it with the same magic every time until it explodes. But I keep seeing people using, like, the opposite magic.
Well, it's also kind of hard to tell which one to use, especially, like, right now. I'm not sure if you're
right now, I think it's just blank.
Yeah, see, the problem is I don't know when what the color is for Blizzard, because I've never actually seen it be an actual blue color.
Oh, I saw it. It was a little bit ago. You can't really be looking in the cauldron. You have to be looking in the little ring around it.
Oh, okay. So did it start out as blue at the beginning of the battle?
I think it did after you used Blizzard the first time.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, we now got Mermaid Kick, and that means we don't have to rely on the dolphin anymore.
Which is good, because he's probably drowning by now.
Yeah, given that dolphins actually have to go up for air.
Yeah, it's the little things. What animal do you think we're inside right now?
See, I don't know, because that's a really large sea creature. That's the inside of a really large sea creature, and I'm not sure what that would be.
Do you think it's related to Monstro? I know it's got sharper teeth, but it's a giant sea monster.
Yeah, giant sea monster, there is that. Now, for this next battle, you'll kind of, if you're playing on Proud Mode, you'll definitely want some lightning resistance, which means like thunder rings, element rings, and the Ramu belt. Those all are really good armors to have for this upcoming fight, because Ursula's going to be spamming a really large area of effect lightning spell during the fight, and she'll use it quite often, and so you'll definitely want to have some kind of resistance to that.
Yeah. Again, lightning underwater, what's going on here?
Yeah, I guess Ursula just doesn't really care.
Screw the rules. I have lightning.
Indeed. And here I got lost. Because the caverns all look exactly the same.
That's true. Is that the path to the save point?
I think that's it, where I end up going first. No, I made it back to the sunken ship.
Ah.
I didn't really need the save point anyways.
See ya.
That's true, although I'm trying to remember whether there was something else there.
Oh
Probably
no,
not.
we got the shell that was right next to it.
Fire.
Okay.
See ya. Fire. See ya.
These guys, we don't have time for you.
Eh, well, we do, but
Why should we have to?
yeah. Alright, now let's go fight Ursula. Again. Except this time giant-sized.
For reals this time.
Yeah, I wanted to go ahead and use that Mega Potion just to keep it, just to make sure everyone was topped off.
Reasonable enough. Let's get this over with.
You pathetic fools! I rule the seas now.
Sure you do, Ursula. Sure you do.
The sea and all its spoils bow to my power!
I still don't really get her endgame here. I guess it doesn't really matter.
Nah, not really, because she's gonna lose. She was destined to lose. Such as the hazards of being a bad guy.
Yep. I see you're just like tanking everything here.
Well, Arrow Raw is really helping out with that.
Heal. Heal.
That's true.
Fire.
And I'm just like carving her a swath through her HP with my magic.
Fire.
Yeah.
And Goofy's just refilling my MP all the all the time.
See ya.
Have they been using items?
Nope. That all of this has been all the restores have MP restores have just been
See ya.
Goofy, an MP gift.
I guess that works.
See ya.
I mean, even though they nerfed it, it's still quite effective.
Now you gotta go for the up close. Oh.
And done. Yeah, normally that battle would last quite a bit longer or be slightly more annoying. It's if you come here when you're normally supposed to. But I waited quite a while before coming here, so just so I would have as little trouble with this world as I could.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he says here the keyhole is dangerous. I had to keep you away from it at all costs. And then he tells us to go and lock it.
Yeah, seriously, why could he have not done that in the first place?
Well, my point was that he was just contradicting himself within 2 seconds.
Yeah.
He says one thing and then contradicts himself 2 seconds later. It's kind of weird. I have to keep you away from the keyhole. Hey, would you go lock the keyhole?
I'm surprised he didn't just let us do that from the beginning. It's like, I don't really care about all these monsters, I just really don't want you to stop them.
Yeah, he doesn't... surely he... Well, I guess he... It's one of his least intelligent decisions, because he Stealing the keyhole would have prevented the Heartless from spawning in the world for a while, and I'm sure he would have appreciated that.
Yeah. Really, he's just not good at smart decisions. I think we can agree on that.
Yeah.
Trayden is an idiot.
Yeah. About many a thing.
Yes. Also, he needs a shave.
Ah, yes, very much so.
Tell me, Sora, your world, what's it like?
Oh, about that. Sorry for lying to you.
It's okay. Besides,
Sora doesn't actually
you can
answer her
travel to
question.
other worlds. Maybe I can
No,
too.
he doesn't.
So many places I want to see. I know.
That's
I'll
probably
get
for the
there
best, though.
someday.
Yeah.
I'll find a way, somehow. I'm sure of it.
Sure you will.
Well, if you find it, do me a favor and leave me out of it.
And that completes Atlantica. And we get a crab claw for our efforts.
Oh, the poor crab.
It's actually a new Keyblade, but it's nowhere near as good as what we're wielding right now.
No.
It would boost her attack, our physical attack, but it would also drop her MP. So, yeah, we're gonna stick with what we got.
Yep, we're doing good so far with what we got.
Now, let's see, what is next week's episode? Next week's episode is... Oh, shoot, let me see. I'll give y'all a preview real quick. It is... we're headed back to Hollow Bastion to finish off the fights that we left off with there. So,
Nice.
look forward to that, and we'll see you then. So, see ya.
Peace out.